Very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Financial markets are changing at a much faster pace. In fact, I might not be, I can't stop myself, to be honest, to say that the financial markets are changing more than the expected speed of development. But unfortunately, this change is happening in the developed countries like US and Europe, and a little bit in Singapore. Many of these developments are not coming to the Asian markets like India. Yes, China is definitely doing wonderful as far as the financial market developments are concerned. And the latest example is the digital Chinese yuan. To be very honest, the way China did digital Chinese yuan is really exemplary. It was Singapore who first started with Project Ubin, but unfortunately what had happened with the Project Ubin we all know. If you wanted to know more, you can check on the Google. But having said that, Project Digital Yuan started later than Project Ubin but got success much earlier than Project Ubin. I will not be surprised maybe Biden, who is now an American president, I don't have much hopes from Biden, to be honest. Maybe during his era, Chinese digital yuan would reach at that level whereby you might be able to see a stark difference between the strength of Chinese yuan and US dollar. Basically, Chinese yuan, as we speak today, it is around third largest traded currency of the globe, But the paid and sold media of Asia will never tell you that how come China reached from the 25th most traded currency to 10th most traded currency and then to third most traded currency of the globe. That's really exemplary, to be honest. Today I wanted to cover a very important product in the financial market, which is known as TMS, Treasury Management Systems. If you look at the other side of the screen, you will see two names. Number one is Murex, number two is Calypso. I'm not saying that they are the only TMS provider in the world, but they are the leading TMS provider of the world. Apart from that, there are many other TMS providers, but I think majority of the market is captured by them, to be honest. But the biggest question is that they both are legacy based product, because there are so much changes which is happening in the financial market, and of course, in the later part of the video, I will explain you that who needs a TMS. But starting today, when it comes to, there was a time when banks were reliant on the products offered by the vendors, like Murex, Calypso and all. But now the banks have their own product ranges, which includes a prop product and also the prop engine. So in the first part, we really need to understand that when it comes to the treasury management system is really very important. And unfortunately, these two treasury management systems, maybe they are changing internally, but to be honest, the markets are changing much faster than them. Every second there are changes happening in the market, like happening in the blockchain, happening in the multi-asset debit card, having in the internet banking, in the Paytm gateways and all. So in the second part, I let you know what all you need to understand in TMS if you wanted to move your career in TMS. Have a great time ahead. Thank you. Every year, thousands and thousands and thousands of people are doing the degrees like CFA. I always call this Certified Financial Analyst, FRM, GRP, and variety of such degrees. I think you need to make a diary, proper personal diary, to compute how many degrees we are having in the globe. But the question is, all these people, those who are doing degrees, they are doing to get a knowledge in the banks, which are there on your screen. Who are these banks? They are the banks, those who having trillions of dollars worth of deposits. Like the first two names which I mentioned, Goldman, JP. If I add their deposit base together, Goldman plus JP, you will get more than the GDP of many countries of the globe. And God forbid, if I add the market capitalization of Goldman and JP together, then it would be the sum of income of many Asian countries of the globe. Have you ever looked at the 10K provided by the Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, which are there on your screen? Have you ever looked at the 10K? Guys, just look at that. Just look at the 10K and you will see that this is really this is really a wonderful book which they are presenting. But I have hardly seen anyone who is talking about the 10K, who is talking about the 10Q, who is talking about the other financial report, the investor analytics, and more important, the pillar 3 disclosures by these banks. No one talks about them. And unfortunately, what happened? We are too busy in the degree, the certifications, the numbers, the mark sheets, the presentations, but we are not busy in getting the actual knowledge which we are looking for. And guys, the end result is we lose it. In 2020, according to a statistics published by Bloomberg on their website, in the last 6 years, which is 2014 till 2020, only US and European banks cut around 500,000 jobs. 500,000 means around 500K jobs, and few of them are in the list which is given on the screen. What do you expect? Is it because of coronavirus? Is 2014 in 2014 we were having coronavirus? 15 we were having coronavirus? 16, 17, 18? Hey guys, tell me. No coronavirus. The issue in the life is straight that we are really not serious about the knowledge, but we are serious about the degree and the certifications. Now these banks which I mentioned on the screen, if you look at their 10K, then they are doing almost every derivative instrument. They do structured derivatives, credit derivatives, advanced credit derivatives, L3 level derivatives, exotic derivatives, and almost every kind of derivative instruments. Are the degrees which we are taking ready to handle these derivatives? That's the main important question we need to understand. All the banks of the globe, they are having their, either they are using the traditional products like Murex and Calypso, or they are using their prop products. Actually, in the last 5 to 6 years, majority of the banks are moving from legacy-based products to the prop products because of the growing increase in the asset classes. Like as we speak in 2021, we are having the following asset classes where FI stands for fixed income, C stands for currencies, another C stands for commodities, another C stands for credit derivatives. The last C is the crypto asset, and then T stands for treasury products. When I speak about commodities, I speak about energy derivatives, almost everything I'm speaking of. This is a very big thing which is happening in the world of, the financial markets. The banks which I shown to you, Goldman, JP, Citi, Wells Fargo, Barclays, and the list is very long actually. These banking parlance are almost dealing with all kind of asset classes. Since they are dealing with all kind of asset classes, it is really, I would say, important to understand, that how these asset classes are actually working. And this can only possible provided we understand how 10K works. Because majority of the people do not have an understanding of the 10K. Henceforth, all those people, those who are shifting, those who are thinking their career in products in the banking, of course, you can focus on the degree, but you should focus on the practical knowledge also, which is 10K. It's really very, very, very important, which is 10K. In the last part of the video, we have shown some screenshots of the 10K on the Google. You can take these screenshots. Have a great time ahead. You cannot be a banking expert until you understand these two feeders very well. on the screen. These two feeders, known as Thomson Reuters, or maybe you can say Icon or Bloomberg, are the backbone of the financial markets of the globe. All asset classes of the globe are quoted on these feeders. You just name the information and you get it. They are almost updated on a second basis, on a second, maybe on the nanosecond basis. But the hard reality of the life is that the people, those who do degrees like CFA and all these kind of stuff, they really understand these feeders. 99% of the people even do not saw how Reuters and Bloomberg look like, forget doing transactions on Reuters and Bloomberg, and forget the interbank desk. Hey guys, you really need to understand how these things work, because if you do not understand how Reuters and Bloomberg work, you will not be able to reach to the destination where you are looking forward. That is the only reason why the top banks of the globe are moving from the legacy-based TMS to the prop TMS. The reason is that the feeders are changing at a much faster pace. Now, example, 2 years ago, the feeders were not enthusiastic about crypto, but now they are, and they should be, because there are many exchange traded products which are there of crypto, and they have to list this product on their platform. But are treasury management system ready for crypto? I really doubt about that. This is the only reason why the big banks are looking for, as I would say, prop based system, and they are also looking prop engine. Well, this video do not cover prop engine in detail. So guys, to cut the long discussion short, we really need to understand how these things work. This is really very important, and we need to work very hard. This is really not easy. And treasury management systems is not easy. You need to understand things holistically and in a complete detail. I hope you learned from this video. I have quoted, my number and everything at the later part of the video. You can refer us. Have a great time. Thank you. This is our number. Treasury Consulting offer video trainings, audio trainings, research, treasury management systems, foreign exchange, non-deliverable, and many things. You're welcome to contact us. All details you will get on these numbers. You WhatsApp on this number, you get all details. Hope you like it. Have a great time ahead. Thank you.